From the fairy godmother of countless fairy tales to Peter Pan's Tinkerbell, fairies have captivated audiences for generations, inspiring many tales of wonder and enchantment. And the world of television has provided a wealth of unforgettable fairy-themed entertainment. So join us as we explore some of the most beloved series featuring these whimsical beings, with these 10 best TV shows about fairies. A quick disclaimer before we get started. In this countdown, we included only live action shows and listed them in no particular order. With that out of the way, this is TV Show Pilot, and here are the top 10 TV shows about fairies. Carnival Row. Though heavily steeped in the urban fantasy genre, Amazon Prime Video's Carnival Row is also reflective of the global political climate today. The show centers around a group of mythological creatures who have been pushed out of their homelands by humankind and forced to coexist with humans. Their freedoms are limited and grow increasingly so in a largely intolerant society. Inspector Rycroft Philostrate, a half-fae himself, is investigating a series of mysterious murders, and his former lover, Fae Vignette Stonemoss, may be the only one who can help him solve the case. Will this quell the rising tensions between the humans and the immigrant population of mythical creatures, or only make it worse? Find out by checking out Carnival Row. Fate, the Winx Saga. Adapted from Nickelodeon's animated series Winx Club, Netflix's Fate, the Winx Saga tells the story of 5 fairies, Bloom, Stella, Musa, Tara, and Aisha, who are in their first year at Alphea College, a magical boarding school where fairies go to learn how to control their powers. In addition to the usual high school drama, rivalries, intrigue, and romance, at Alphea, the fairies have to learn to master their magic to defend themselves against monsters that are out to destroy them. This proves to be especially hard for our protagonist Bloom, who until recently thought that she's a human. But a tragic accident brought her powers forth, and now she's intent on discovering her true origin, whatever dark secrets it might hold. Cursed.
It's in your blood, child.
Let him go!
Move aside, King Arthur. The Fae heroine Nimue is coming through. Based on Frank Miller and Tom Wheeler's illustrated novel of the same name, Netflix's Cursed is a reimagining of the popular legend of King Arthur and the sword Excalibur, known in Cursed as the Sword of Power. Nimue, a Fae woman, is turned away by her village for being cursed, but is fated to become the Lady of the Lake, a powerful enchantress central to the original legend. When she is entrusted the Sword of Power by her mother, she must embrace her destiny as Fae Queen, save her people, and lead them in a war against religious zealots called the Red Paladins. The Other Kingdom.
The others are a young race. They have so much to learn. They don't remember that we were once their guides.
Well, this one's different.
We're going in a more lighthearted direction with this next show geared towards a younger audience. Nickelodeon's The Other Kingdom follows Astral, a fairy princess from Athenia, and next in line to the fairy throne. But as with any teenager, Astral craves the chance to live another life, a human life. She's given the chance to enroll as a high school freshman exchange student. And for the most part, her human life is filled with laughter, fun, and romance. That is until she learns of an evil plan brewing in Athenia. And at the end of her 90 days in our world, she must decide whether to stay human or return to save her kingdom. The Bureau of Magical Things.
Pretty dress.
You again? What's going on? And who are you?
We're moving to Australia with this next series that features several mythical creatures, including elves and, of course, fairies. A long time ago, human and magic worlds peacefully existed side by side. However, due to technological advancements, the magic world has been slowly disappearing along with all its creatures. When Kyra discovers a magic book that turns her into a triling, part elf, part fairy, and part human, she discovers the wonders of the magic realm. But along with it comes a mysterious figure that threatens both the magic and human worlds. So Kyra, along with her human best friend Peter and the elves and fairies she befriends at the Department of Magical Intervention, must try to unite all three species to save them and the worlds they live in. Shadowhunters.
You have a visitor. Jonathan Morgenstern.
I see.
In freeform supernatural drama Shadowhunters, which is based on the Mortal Instruments book series by Cassandra Clare, alongside humans, the world is also inhabited by human-angel hybrids who hunt demons called Shadowhunters, as well as werewolves, warlocks, vampires, and the fair folk who are referred to as downworlders. And the humans have no idea. The main heroine, Clary Frey, is awakened to the reality of the supernatural world on her 18th birthday and drags her best friend Simon right along with her. After her mother goes missing, Clary gets caught up in the world of demon hunting and finds out more about herself than she had ever expected. The fairies, or Seelies as they are called in the Shadowhunters world, are beautiful and mysterious but cunning creatures. Though they can't lie, they expertly maneuver the truth for their own benefit. Lost Girl.
Your feeding signature, just say it. You're a succubus.
The Canadian supernatural series Lost Girl gives a very unusual take on the Fae folk, as here they have the ability to suck the life force out of humans as a means of feeding themselves and surviving. The so-called Lost Girl in the series is Bo Dennis, a girl on the run from her hometown after an intimate encounter with her boyfriend ends up killing him. She later learns that she is a succubus, a kind of fae that feeds off of both a human's life force and their sexual energy. As Bo journeys to trace her origins, she learns to control her abilities and use them to help both humans and fae in need. True Blood. Keeping with a bit of a darker tone, we have HBO's True Blood. Based on the Southern Vampire Mysteries novels by Charlaine Harris, and set in a world where vampires have come out of the coffin and live among humans, the show follows telepathic waitress Sookie Stackhouse as she navigates the dangerous and complex world of supernatural beings in the small town of Bon Temps, Louisiana. One of the most prominent supernatural elements of the show, besides vampires, is the inclusion of fairies, with Sookie herself eventually being revealed to be half human, half fairy. True Blood is a compelling TV show that skillfully weaves together elements of fantasy, drama, and horror to create a one-of-a-kind series that was beloved by fans all throughout the show's 7-season run. The Magicians. Based on the novel of the same name by Lev Grossman, Sci-Fi's The Magicians begins at the fictional Brakebills University for Magical Pedagogy. Quentin Coldwater is a young graduate student who enrolls at the university for training to become a magician, while his best friend Julia Wicker is denied entry and seeks her magical training elsewhere. While studying, Quentin finds out that Fillory, the fantasy world from his favorite childhood novels, is actually real, albeit also being a threat to the human world. Fairies are one of the creatures that live in Fillory, and as Quentin and his friends soon find out, these fairies are cunning, and, like the Seelies and Shadowhunters, often purposely deceptive when they speak. Once upon a time.
Enchanted. If fashioned into a vessel, it can ward off any curse. Geppetto.
In a TV show that's a beautiful melting pot of many different fairy tales, including those from the Brothers Grimm, Hans Christian Andersen, and Disney, it's inevitable for us to encounter fairies along the way. ABC's Once Upon a Time follows the residents of the fictional town of Storybrooke, all of whom are fairy tale characters who've had their memories erased by the evil queen. Emma Swan, who as an infant was transported to the human world by her parents Snow White and Prince Charming, is their only hope to break the curse. Some of the fairies we meet in Once Upon a Time are the Blue Fairy, the Fairy Godmother, and even Tinkerbell. Do you agree with our picks for the top live-action TV shows about fairies? Let us know in the comments. Check out tvshowpilot.com for the full list of the best fairy series. And don't forget to subscribe to the TV Show Pilot YouTube channel for more videos like this.